Okay, so everything went a little bit weird. Thank you very much for letting me know. I forgot to push a button. I've pushed it now. So what I've got to do is, obviously the camera just needs to be reset a momento. So we'll just reactivate that and we are off. Okay. And what we're going to do is just zoom in so you can see my beautiful face. Okay, so this is round 9 of the UK Summer League. It is the penultimate one. It is hosted by Rochdale FPV. So if you're in the Rochdale area and you like the look of what we're doing, then you can get in touch with that club and they will invite you with open arms. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. I started a little bit early because I just wanted to go over the track. So this is the simulator that you're seeing now. So I'm just going to refresh the tracks. Click on the events. As you can see, this is the event that we are looking at here. And then to register the event, you just click register and you'll be able to register it. In the actual sim, you basically choose whichever drone you want. There's 3 to choose from at the moment. The Rochdale FPV, which is what we're going to do, and the track tonight is Up in the Air, which is this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around it so you can see what the experts will be flying around tonight. I am not an expert in any sense of the word. Okay, so that's a track from High Up in Air. I think it's 60 gates. Now we've got a sequencer when you're practicing, but obviously the sequencer does not work in race time. But I'm going to switch it on, and what that basically does is it changes the colour of the gate so you know which gate to go through. So let's just start.
Gate
so
1.
This is through the 3 tunnels.
Gate 2.
The ghost is, because you see someone else flying there, that is me.
Gate 3.
On my best lap when I did the first advert of it earlier in the week.
7.
Ooh,
Gate 8.
missed completely. So now I've just overtaken myself.
Gate 10. Gate 11.
Ooh.
Gate 12.
I haven't practiced since.
Gate 14.
But then I'm not racing, I'm just commentating.
Gate
so it doesn't matter.
16.
But these are the infinity tunnels.
Gate 17.
It's actually a really, really good track,
Gate
but you
18.
do need to practice it.
Turn
This
19.
is a humongous
Gate
ladder.
20.
And you've got to
Gate
keep tight.
20.
If you want to beat
Gate
people like Dan
22.
Carpy, who's
Gate
head of the league at the moment,
23.
you literally do need to
24.
be tight to these gates. Oh, missed. In fact, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing now. I've missed this one a few times.
Gate 25. Gate 26.
It's all to do with muscle
Gate
memory
27.
as well, which I am not
Gate
good at.
28.
Okay, so this bit hasn't got any cones, so this is why
Gate
you need to practice it.
29. Gate 30. Gate 31. Gate
tunnels.
33.
and they stick out at different ends.
Gate
It's brilliant
30,
because it
4.
means you can't literally, depends on like the angle of your camera, of course.
5, turn 30, 6, turn 30,
And then
7,
you've got to go down another
gate
set.
30,
Now,
9,
going down is,
gate
well, I
40,
find it much harder than going up, and as I'm sure you could tell, I don't really
gate
go up
40,
it that well.
1, gate
But there we go.
40,
Going to
2,
go down it as well.
gate 40,
Down,
3,
down,
gate 40, 4, gate 40,
down.
5, gate 40, 6, gate 40, 7, gate 40, 8, gate 40,
Ooh.
9, lap 1,
Okay.
time
Let's-
1, 50, 1.80, gate
So
1,
that then tells you at the bottom that what my first lap was, which was atrocious, because I know
Gate
people are going to
2.
do all 3 laps kind of
gate
nearly
3,
within that time.
turn 4,
Well,
turn
now what
5,
you notice that I
turn
don't do, which
6,
a lot of the
gate
other, well actually I
7,
think all of them
gate
apart from
8,
me,
gate
is that they
9,
actually use the
gate 11,
tilt
gate 12,
on the
gate
drone.
13,
So
gate
you can
14,
actually tilt like that. I don't know why I don't do it, but I don't. Perhaps I just
gate 16,
I just can't get around doing it.
gate 17,
So anyway, this is
gate
the
18,
track that they'll
turn
be racing.
19,
It was designed by the
gate
Rochdale
20,
Club. Ooh. They have been practicing,
gate
actually everyone who
21,
has been
gate
practicing
22,
this week,
gate 20,
and we'll be able to show you the sort of times that they've got whilst they've
gate
been practicing.
24, gate
A
25,
lot of them have been practicing solo,
gate 20,
and it is different
gate
if you
27,
practice solo than when you practice with, I went through the wrong gate, the wrong way, than when you practice with lots of other people on track. Now, like most simulators, this one hasn't
gate
collision
28,
based. So
gate
even though that in real
29,
life when we do
gate
this, you do
31,
collide, you
gate
don't collide
32.
in this simulator. So you don't get knocked about if you bump into another drone,
gate 33,
which is always worth noting.
gate 34, gate 35,
Because when
turn
we do it in
36,
real life, which we usually
turn
do,
37,
until this COVID
gate
thing,
39,
then yeah, it's
gate
quite funny
40,
to try and knock someone off
gate
course going through a tunnel,
41,
just to get that extra
42,
second
gate 40,
and get in front.
gate
So,
44,
but you don't have that problem,
gate 45,
obviously, in the simulator.
gate 46, gate 47, gate 48,
If I've done this one any
gate
quicker.
49,
No.
lap 2,
See
time
if I can do this
2,
one quicker.
12.89, gate 3,
A lot of it
turn
also
5,
is determined on
turn
how the
6,
pilot
gate
has
7,
the
gate 8, gate 10,
drone
gate
set up.
11, gate 12,
If you notice,
gate
my
13,
my camera is quite high,
gate 14, gate 15,
and my view of scope isn't that wide.
gate
But you can
16,
change all those things
gate 17,
on one of the
gate
drones.
18,
2 of the drones
turn
are
19,
automatically set,
gate
but
20,
there is one where you can
gate
physically change the
21,
settings to
gate
match
22,
very similar to your real
gate
world
23,
drone through beta flight. So
gate
you can do
24,
all that
gate
within the simulator as well
25,
to make it as
gate
realistic as possible.
26, gate
It
27,
does help. We were talking. In fact, there's going to be an article
Gate
coming out from Dan
28,
Carty, who's the head of the league for this summer.
gate
And
29,
he was saying how much the simulator has helped him in
Gate 30,
flying in real life. So it does,
gate
even the pros find
31,
it a benefit.
gate 32, gate 33, gate 34,
So I am just
gate 35,
going round. I'm
turn
trying to beat my
36,
1 minute
turn
51, which is why I'm
37, gate
trying to go a
40,
little bit quicker. But obviously,
gate 41,
I wouldn't say I make more mistakes going quicker because I
gate
just make
42,
tons of mistakes anyway. So I don't think it matters. For me.
gate 43, gate 44,
Going down.
gate
Come on, I've got to
45,
beat my 151. Come on, get up there.
gate 46,
Also, it's worth remembering as
Gate
well, even though that there are quite a lot of
gate
gates.
48,
If you miss a gate, it's a 15-second penalty.
49,
Oh, I didn't beat
lap
it.
3, time
Didn't beat my fastest
1,
round. Never mind.
50,
That is the
9, 2,
track. So you know what everyone else is going to be playing. Not playing. What everyone else is going to be flying this evening. which is good to know. Now, what I want to do, just very quickly, is I'm going to show you the results that we had previously. So whilst they are learning the track, we actually get, every time that they do a 3-lap track, it's then updated to a leaderboard. Now, the leaderboard isn't actually public as such, but it is seeable. So if we just go to the leaderboard, which I have to try and find. I think it's that one. There we go. So this is up in the air. This is the current leaderboard. So this is all the people that have actually tried it. There I am at the bottom, look lazy. Tells you where they're from and what sort of time that they are doing it. So it gives you a good idea on how it's going to go throughout the day or throughout the event. So that's quite interesting to look at. So we are going to stick with that. What we're also going to do as well is look at the current standings. So this is the current standings for the league on the penultimate. So you've got Dan Carpy there on 106. I haven't got my glasses on. Geordie is on 81, GLX on 67, Buster Hawk on 66. So it is basically a fight for third place, which is going to be really exciting on tonight's race, because, as I say, tonight's the penultimate. There's only one more race after tonight, and then the prizes will go out. But that gives you an idea of where everybody is. If you haven't done it before, I just want to show you that these are the actual size of the drones that we use, in the off chance that you haven't seen it, and they look like this basically. So they are really small. The camera sits on top and you have your goggles on, and then whatever you see through the camera is how you go through, and you have various types of apparatus and course and tracks like hula hoops. You know, they're not always anything special. Most of ours in our club is hula hoops that's got LEDs wrapped around them, and they can be charged by obviously electric, or you can put batteries on them, do all sorts. But that is basically how it is going. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take you back to where we are with the leaderboard, and we are going to get ourselves sorted. I'm going to connect to the commentary box, so we are in and we are ready, and we're going to get the race control side of it also ready. And it's also worth noting that the way that the system operates is that there are 2 practice rounds. Once the practice rounds are complete, there are then 4 rounds, and depending on how many people actually take part, after the 4 rounds, the top pilots then go into a final race, and whoever wins that final race gets the extra 2 points on the leaderboard for the league. And that is pretty much why Dan Carpy is so far ahead, is because he always wins that race.
Not always.
Well, no, okay, no, he hasn't. That is true. He hasn't won it all the time, but he's won it most of the time. But that is why he is quite far ahead. So that is how that works. So we are anticipating not particularly a long race tonight, but what we will do is we're just going to hop in to the main pit area where everybody is currently, and listen in to what is going on. So let's just do that now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. How you guys all doing tonight?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, everybody in the internet?
Hello, Mr. Jesse.
Oh, Mr. Carlito.
I am from Tiny Whoop, France, no?
Le Whoopie Petit.
Oui.
Ouais.
when Carlos puts on a foreign accent, we still know it's him.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Man,
as
no,
long
it
as
is
he
not
doesn't
the
start as
Carlo.
Starts Borat, I'm gone. I just can't
The
race
Borat
with him here.
Francais. But I will talk all the time in French, as you are saying. No.
Did you
I am
guys
first,
see?
number one.
Did you guys see the cover image I'm about to make in the French group?
I did.
I love that. The original version was a super hot woman
a
smoking
couple
a
of guys
cigarette.
got my comment on that.
What was your comment?
I put that's because they're all in dinghies trying to get over to the UK at the minute.
Oh yeah.
Nice time, Jesse.
Not bad. 3rd place. I beat 3 minutes again, but I got a 54 once.
I got a bum start on that.
Alex, are you still having issues with the start beeps, or are you got?
No. I think I'm all good.
Good.
Okay, so we're going to start in about 3
It
minutes.
was more
You
when I
guys
was
want to,
hosting the other day that it was having problems for me when me and you were.
I see.
Forgot my mic wasn't on. Okay, guys, we're going to start in about 3 to 4 minutes. If you guys could make your way to the pits, that would be awesome.
I am installing the game.
The game. We are in the game. Okay. We will leave those guys in the lounge so they can prep themselves ready. And we will now also get ourselves in the sim ready. And yeah, we are going to be good to go. So again, we're going to be back in the simulator. Here we are. For us, we simply go to the event and then we can click join, and we can then look here to see all the pilots that are going to be taking part. So GLX and Buster Hawk, they are going to be the ones fighting for 3rd place, both in tonight's race and in next week's race. So I mean, that is really close, and where it's close, it is huge amounts of fun. So you can see there we've got one from France, most of them from the UK, and Jesse Perkins, who is from the United States. And Jesse is obviously on the very front of the sim because he started Tiny Whoop originally in the US. So him piloting and be taking part tonight is really exciting. So yeah, that's all the people that are going, and what we should be doing is just waiting for everyone to go green. So we're just waiting for 2 other pilots, 3 other pilots, and then we can start with the race and the practice race. So everything is asking me for stuff that I don't normally use, which is interesting. Okay, so what we want to do is again, you can watch us on Facebook, or you can watch us on YouTube, or you can watch us on Twitch. And it's also worth noting that starting from next week, we're moving from the current channel, which is Mr. Laserlegs, which is me because I do a lot of streaming of other games, but we are going to be moving everything to Tiny Whoop UK. So all the links to this channel and to watch these and more of these events throughout this year and moving into next year, they're all going to be on Tiny Whoop UK media, so social media and websites and things like that, just so that you are aware of that going on as well. So what we've got to do right now is we need links to be sorted out. Okay, so we are now waiting for 2 people, and I am just going to quickly check on the system. Okay, what am I going to do now? I've got to press a different button. There we go. About Paul. Okay, so Paul Jaggers. Okay, everyone is there, And okay, we are going to start the qualifying, which is what we want to do. Okay, so we're going to just make this full screen again. Okay, so we're going to start. Everyone is green, and we are going to actually, I just want to double check that all the settings are correct. Can't see nothing. Yep, 2, all done. Save. And then what we're going to be able to do now is see where people are in the heats. Now it's all mixed and matched, so you're not always sure who you are going to be flying with, but we will find out. Okay, so here we go. If I click that, you can now find out who is in round 1 and who is in in heat 1 and who's going to be in heat 2. So in heat 1 we've got Buster Hawk, Geo Rational, Carlito, Jaggers, Mr. Ben and Dan Carpy. And in the next heat we've got Geordie FPV, Galaxy FPV, Weir FPV, Nigel FPV, Jesse P and Mouse. So we are going to go straight in with inviting pilots into the first qualifying. It's not really qualifying, it's just a practice heat, but there we are in. We are waiting for everybody else, and we've got the colours. So red is Buster Hawk, green is Geo Rational, white is Jaggers, yellow is Mr. Ben, and blue is Dan Carpy. Now purple is supposed to be Jaggers. Oh no, he's not. No, Jaggers is in. So it's Carlito. So we're just waiting to see if we can get Carlito in. But it is only practices, so it's not the end of the world. And Nigel FPV and Jesse are in, so if he is having issues then he will be able to help. And it does look as if there is going to be a bit of a problem, but we're going to wait, we're going to persevere just for a second and see if he turns up. And he isn't, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just carry on as usual. Okay, so let's start this one because it is at the moment only
Pilots,
practicing.
10
it isn't
seconds.
the real thing, so they're not going to get scored for it. So we are going to go in and we are going to be following Buster Hawk, and off they go. As you can see, they are flying through. Buster Hawk is currently second. Dan Carpy is in front by the looks of it. We can see them now going through the infinity tunnels. 1, 2, 3. Buster Hawk is still chasing up the massive ladder. So we're going up the ladder of the Eiffel Tower, that's what I like to call it, up through the green. See how tight Dan Carpy is, he's going through there. In fact, I want to see if I can get into Dan Carpy. So it is a bit juddery, but this is Dan Carpy and what he sees through his goggles. You can see how nice and tight he is, but you can see what's really important here is because you can change the settings on your drone, you can make it really wide angle so you can see where the edges are, which is obviously really helpful. Let's go and check out what Buster Hawk is, because he's not far behind Dan Carpy. And he is now, there we go, we can check on the blimp to see what people's times are. So Dan Carpy, first lap, 50 seconds, followed by Mr. Ben on 1 minute 08, Buster Hawk on 101 as well, they're really close. Geo Rational on 109, Jaggers on 109, also really, really close. So it is actually quite a close race. Let's find out how Geo Rational is doing. He is currently going through the infinity tunnels. See him coming through, back round, and then around the candy cane and back up the tower. You can see the distance that they go. It'd be interesting to see if we can find Dan Carpy doing that, because this is Dan Carpy on his final lap. We're going to follow Dan Carpy to see if we can see him going up that column. You'll see how tight, what the difference is. Here he is going through the infinity tunnels, and then see how tight he is when he goes up here. Okay, well, perhaps not. Well, he's getting tighter, as you can see as he goes up. Tighter and tighter. Nice and smooth, going all the way up, and then he is off. There we go, look, going through the hoops in the air, going through the tunnels. Candy canes. Now he's going to be going down, a bit wider, going down, and then he goes tight again. Look, that is tight. Really, really tight. Okay, we're going to check Geo Rational, who is going through. There we go, Dan Carpy. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 0.79 is the time to beat. We are watching Geo Rational, who is now going through the infinity tunnels, round the canes, and up the giant ladder. And again, you can see the distance that he is. He is also going a little bit tighter as he goes further up, and then wide again. And you lose, fractions of a second, but because there's so many gates, that adds up. It all adds up. Buster Hawk comes in second with 2 minutes 57. Well done, Buster Hawk. Mr. Ben comes in on 3:05. Jaggers comes in on 3:10. We're still with Geo Rational, and he is now going down, which I find much harder than going up. So you can see. Nice, I mean it's wide, but this is where Dan Carpy makes his time. He is so tight, and this should be his final lap. And ka-ching, Geo Rational on 3 minutes 33.86. Awesome. That is the end of that.
Pilots, race is now over.
Okay, so next coming up, it's Geordie FPV, GLX FPV. Weir FPV, Nigel FPV, Jesse P and Mouse. They are the next folks up. The next one after this, if you guys are watching and ready, we've got GLX, Geordie, Carlito, Jesse P, Buster Hawk and Mouse. They are coming up after this next round. So we are going to invite them in, and hopefully Carlito would be sorted out. We can see them now coming up. Look, Geordie FPV is in red, Galaxy is in green, Weir is in purple, Nigel is in white, Jesse is yellow, and Mouse is in blue. They are all in. They are all. I'm just going to give them a few seconds just so they can practice their takeoff and their start, because I find that to be quite helpful, just so they can practice it as they get off the starting post. And then I think that is pretty good. So we are going to go and start.
10 seconds.
Okay, we're going to follow Jesse P on this particular one. So we are going to go in with Jesse P as he starts, and off he goes straight through. Look at that, nice and tight, going through. I think that's Geordie who is in front. Nice and tight, going through the square, through the infinity tunnel, back through the other infinity tunnel, around the candy cane. And what I want to do, if I can, is I just want to check as he goes through there his tightness to that. But no, you can see how tight he is going up that hill. There we go, really good. Okay, we're going to click over to Geordie, who's now going down. You should be able to see Jesse P just in the back. There he is. Look, there's Jesse P just coming down, just the top of the screen. Again, Geordie, nice and tight, going through. Oh, he just bumped his head, but he is still in the lead. And if we go to the blimp, there we go. He's done it in 50.18. And right behind him, we're going to see Jesse P and GLX. Look at that, 1 minute and 0.13 for Jesse P and 1 minute 0.99 for GLX. So they are both really close. Okay, we're going to go back. Okay, watching where you can see that he always just bumped his head going down there. Again, remember, you get 15 seconds penalty if you miss a gate. So if you do miss a gate, it's worth just going back. Yes, it's going to take you a few seconds, but it's not going to take you 15 seconds. So it's definitely worth doing that. Okay, we are now following Mouse as she goes through the tunnels, taking it nice and easy around the chicane of the candy canes and going through the red gates. It is worth noting that Mouse is right next to me, so whenever I say her name, it puts her off. So I'm not going to say her name again. we're going to change over to GLX. You can see GLX is there chasing Jesse P. He's just, but he made a mistake going down that rack. He made a little mistake going down that rack. There he is. They're in their final lap. Jesse P is off. GLX is now behind. So you can watch him now, just going through the candy canes, round through the red, going now towards the infinity tunnels, through one, down, back, through the other, up and round, and we're going to see them now going around the candy cane and up the ladders. And you've got a few of them now. Jesse P is just, I think he's just lapped someone, or he's just caught up with someone. We can just quickly check. No, he's just lapped Nigel FPV, I think. But you can see there how nice and tight that was. Oh, he made a boo-boo going down through that tunnel. But it's in the air, you see. It's difficult to know. You do need to practice loads on this track to make the most of it. Okay, he's now going down, which again I find harder, but you can see how nice and tight he is as he goes around it. Nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. Geordie's done it in 2 minutes 33, Jesse P in 2 minutes 56, GLX in 3:01. So quite close time between GLX and Jesse P. Okay, we're going to change to Nigel FPV. Nigel FPV is one of the main drivers behind Tiny Warp UK. He doesn't fly that often, but he is flying tonight. He is now on his final lap as he just goes through the tunnel, around through the candy cane and through the red gates, heading towards the infinity tunnel. Okay, we can actually go through the blimp and see which laps everyone has. As you can see, Geordie, Jesse and GLX is finished. Mouse is 4th. She's on her final lap. In fact, most of them are on their final lap. Nigel FPV is on 3 minutes 20. It's difficult to tell with the colours. So what we're going to do is just go in with Mouse. It's good to go in with Mouse into Mouse's screen, mainly because she's right next to me, so there's very little issue with lag. You can see how smooth it is. She's nice and tight going down, really tight, and makes up time. Definitely makes up time. Never think it doesn't. And look at that, Mouse finished in 4th place on 4 minutes, closely followed by we're on 4 minutes 39. And we're just now waiting for Nigel. Let's go in with Nigel. Nice smooth camera. You can watch him now as he goes. Oh, just bumped. Oh, he bumped his head twice. 2 bumps, and here he goes. Going down. So if you were going to make a suggestion for Nigel FPV, it'd be on his settings to make his view a little bit wider on his camera. So that you can actually get tighter in but still be able to see the outline of the square. So there we go, and he's going to come to the end, and kaboom! Look at that, brilliant. That is awesome. Really good race, good times as well. Okay, so coming up we've got
Pilots.
GLX,
Race is now
Geordie, Carlito, Jesse P, Buster Hawk and Mouse. This is for round 2, heat 1, before the start of the main races. So we're going to get everybody getting ready. Hopefully they're all prepared, and I hope we see Carlito in here this time. So let's just check where we all are as we invite everybody in. Geordie has got fans. He's got his family. Here we go. We should invite people in now. There we go. Okay, so Buster Hawk is in, Jesse is in, GLX is in, Geordie FPV is in, Mouse is in, but we still have no Carlito. Why is Carlito not managing to get in? We will find that out in a minute, because I do believe he is green, so there is I can't think of a reason why, unless he's had some sort of catastrophic failure with something. But we are going to start because everybody is in who is there. So we're going to start again.
Pilots,
this is just a practice.
10
It doesn't
seconds.
actually make any difference to the score for the actual event. We're going to start again, this time with Geordie FPV, and off he goes. and he is in the lead at the moment through the chicane, going through the green. Oh, he missed a gate, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's better to go back than take the penalty. Geordie is one of the best pilots from Poole Pilots FPV, which is a club in Poole. So again, if you are in the Poole Dorset area and you would like to try this out, look up Poole Pilots, because they will be happy to see you at their meets. We can watch him, how nice and tight he is going through there. Let's see how he goes down here. Is he going to be nice and tight? Nice and tight yet again, going down, wide angle view. It is a bit juddery, I am sorry about that, but you know, this is live action as we're going. Oh, he bumped his head! But he's still in the lead. Okay, let's find out on the blimp and then we'll come back to him. So we've got Geordie on 52, Buster Hawk on 56, GLX on 59, Jesse P on 102. So there is still a few seconds between them, but we are going to go back with GLX just as he goes through the infinity tunnels, and then what we want to do is find Geordie. And here we are with Geordie again. He is going through the tunnels in the air. Nice and tight round there, really tight, which is going to give him those seconds that he desperately needs, and he will need to keep pace with Dan Carpy. But you can see how nice and tight he is going down that ladder. Really, really good, really good. Okay, he's on this final lap going through the tunnels. Okay, let's check out Jesse P. He's now coming down the ladder again, tight to it. Where is GLX? He wasn't that far. Oh, GLX is also just behind Jesse P. Oh, you just saw Jesse at the bottom. This is going to be... Oh, GLX made a boo-boo bang in his head. Otherwise he would have been ahead, but Jesse P is just ahead. Oh, Jesse hit a gate as well. Jesse hit a gate. Geordie is now coming up. He's on the last third of the track as he comes down the humongous ladder. Okay, let's find out what we're doing with GLX. GLX is now going up. Where is Jesse P? That is Buster Hawk, who's just going through the last part. There he is, Geordie on 2 minutes 31 seconds. He has finished. A little bit slower, I think, than the first time that he went round, but still first position in this tryout. Buster Hawk is coming down. Okay, we want to find out where Jesse P. So Jesse P is now coming down the big ladder, and GLX is also. Oh, there you can see they're just pretty much neck and neck as they are coming down. Where Jesse P. There we go. He's going down. Who's going to hit the gate first? That's Jesse P. Galaxy is done, but only just. I think Galaxy must have missed a gate because they were so close. They were so close. I'm trying to find. Here we go. We are now going through with Mouse. But yeah, so again, 15 seconds. Jesse P and GLX went over the line so quickly and so close together. The only reason why that time is there, because I'm sure GLX might have finished just before Jesse, but I think GLX must have missed a gate. Possibly 2 gates. Yeah, I think he might have missed 2 gates through those laps to get the extra 30 seconds. But we will find out. We will find out. So we are now with Mouse as she's coming down the last part, down through the green, and through the red, and we are done. That is brilliant. Okay, coming up in the next one, we've got Nigel, Jaggers, Wire FPV, Dan Carpy, Ben, Mr. Ben FPV, and GO Rational. They are coming up
Pilots,
next.
race is now over.
Round 2, Heat 2, and that is the final of the practice rounds ready for scoring, which will be coming up after this this next heat. Okay, so we are going to invite them in. Let's go and invite them in. We are off. Okay, so we've got Nigel in red, Jaggers in green, Wire FPV in purple, Dan Carpy in white, Mr. Ben in yellow, Geo Rational in blue. And yes, Geordie did kill it. He did kill it. he is on fire. So he's got every chance of nipping the title from Dan Carpy for tonight's event. But everybody's in, so we are going to start the race. And we are off. We are off. And we are waiting. I don't know if I pushed the button. I will push it again.
Pilots.
There we go.
10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. We are going to follow. We've got Jaggers, Nigel, Dan Carpy, Mr. Ben. We're going to follow Mr. Ben as he goes starting off through the first tunnel, through the second tunnel, through the third tunnel. Just ahead of him, we can see the leaders, and that looks to be Dan Carpy and Mr. I think it might be Georational actually, who might be in front. But what we can do is we can find out. Let's go to Ben Carpy. So Ben Carpy is now going up the tower. There's no one in front of him, as you can see. He is leading the pack. Coming down through the gates. I can't see anyone behind him, but if there is going to be anyone, it is going to be either Mr. Ben. There we go. Oh, Mr. Ben. And look, who is that? I think that is Georational. I do believe Georational is in the house. No, it's not Georational. So, Jaggers. Here we go. Let's go with Jaggers. Okay, let's find out what the splits are. So, Ben Carpy on 50. Jaggers comes in on exactly 1 minute. Mr. Ben 1 minute 05. So it looks like on the toes of Mr. Ben, well, there's quite a distance from Georational, but he is chasing down Jaggers. Let's go back to see where Jaggers is. Jaggers is going back up the ladder. This is his second lap. Nice and tight there for Jaggers. Going through the green gates, tunnels in the air, and what we want to do is just check on where Mr. Ben is right now. He's just started to go through the tunnels. Okay, and let's go to 4, and Dan Carpy. Oh, he's just lapped. I think he's just lapped Nigel FPV. I'm not sure, but he is going back up. I wonder if I can check the cameras as they go through. There he is, he's on his last lap now, Dan Carpy. And he is, Mr. Ben is now currently going through the Infinity Tunnel. As you can see, back and forth, then he goes round the candy cane, up the big ladder, a little bit wide. He's going to lose a few splits of seconds going that wide. And there, Dan Carpy, whoa, on an amazing 2 minutes 28. That is the fastest lap I think I have seen. That is very, very quick. Very quick. He is on fire on that particular round. Okay, what I want to do is I am going to go in with Jaggers again. Let's find out where Jaggers is. Jaggers has just completed it, look. 2 minutes 52. Georational, let's find out where Georational. He is on his last lap. He is going up the ladders, through the circles in the sky, through the tunnels in the sky. Ooh. That, oh, it catches you out because it's not symmetric. You know, it's not in a straight line. You've got to go further to be able to get into it. Okay, going down the ladder. Terrorine Inferno, going down, keeping tight this one, going down here. Mr. Ben finishes in 3 minutes and 5. This is going to be good. This is a good practice run. This is a really good. Georational, 3 minutes and 41. Oh, okay, made a few boo-boos, banged his head. This is Tim as well. He's the main organizer for the club for Rochdale FPV. So if you are in Rochdale and you want to have a go, Tim's the guy to contact. Nice and smooth, coming down. We also need Nigel FPV. Let's see where Nigel is. Oh, Nigel just bumped his head, but I think he's on his last lap. Where FPV comes in at 4 minutes and 21. Nigel on his final descent as he comes down the never-ending ladder. Everest, yes, it is Everest. He's coming down Everest. He's finished Everest. That is an achievement. Here he is, going to the finish line, and Nigel on 4 minutes 53. That was really good. Really, really good. Okay, we are going to crack.
Race is now over.
That one over. Okay, and we are now going to go back. Okay, let's just push that button. No. Okay, it's just a little bit slow. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are just going to wait. The system is just having a slow moment. Can't blame it. Let's just start it again. Okay. There is something not quite working. I do not know why. I'm going to find out any second. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go back in. Qualifying. Okay, so everything is now complete. Okay, so now this is where the scoring starts. It's worth noting that there are two sets of scores, which can get a little bit confusing, but there's an event score system. You get 8 points if you're first, and then 7 points if you're second, and that accumulates over the 4 rounds. Once you have finished those 4 rounds, it also adds you, depending on where you are on the event on leaderboard, how you get allocated the points for the league. So we're just waiting for this system to speed up just a little bit. It's not particularly being very helpful, sorry about that. So I'm just going to see if my system can just do it a little bit quicker. And it can't. So yeah, there's not much I can do about that. Okay. So what we're doing is we are currently waiting for the system just to come back, and then we will be good to go. What we can do in the meantime, because we haven't started, that is still where we are on the points. We can find out, this is where everybody has landed after the final qualifying. So of course you can see the times. Quickest there, that's in seconds by the way, just so that you know. So Geordie is not too far behind, and Buster Hawk and Jaggers are really close. GLX and Jesse P aren't that far away either. So it is all to play for. It is all to play for. Okay. Just bear with me for one momento. And we will be there. Okay. I want to make sure that everybody is green. And we're going to change the rounds now to 4. And laps, we're going to keep the same. There we go. Okay, we're going to create the heats. And then we'll be able to see where everybody is in the heats. Again, it mixes it up. It's not based on who's the fastest time. So it tells you there. So in round 1, heat 1, we have Georational, GLX. You can't see the screen, so let me just bring you back to it. Georational, GLX, FPV, Dan Carpy, Jaggers, Geordie. This is going to be the first time that they're going to be flying together, and it's going to be really good to see where they are, because this is now for scoring points. And in Heat 2 on round 1, you've got Buster Hawk, Mr. Ben, Mouse, Wira FPV and Nigel FPV. So let's get started with the very first race. That's Georational in the red. GLX is going to be in the green, Dan Carpy in the purple, Jaggers in the white, Geordie in the yellow, and Jesse P in the blue. This is going to be a close race. We're going to follow Jesse P to start with, and then we'll work our way through Geordie and then to Jan, and then obviously it's going to be quite close as well between Jaggers and GLX as well. Okay, so let's get this baby started.
Pilots,
and
10
we are
seconds.
going to go in with Jesse P. He is ready. He is ready. We are off. Oh, look at the three of them are all battling it out. Okay, so what we do have is we have Dan in first place. Dan is currently leading the pack. And Geordie, I would have thought, is not far behind. He isn't. He's literally right on his tail. You've got Dan Carpy. Let's see how he hits the green at the top. There, he's hit the green, and Geordie's hit the green as well. You can just see Dan Carpy just ahead, going through the tunnels. Geordie is literally on his tail. Coming down. This is going to be important. How tight do they get as they go around here? It really makes a difference. It really does. You can see how Geordie's made up some time just by going down there as tight as he has. Oh, it's going to be close. We're going to check out the blimp. And let's look at that. Exactly 1 second behind. Precisely 1 second behind. That is exciting, guys. You've got Jaggers coming in as well. He's about to finish his lap. And that makes him, actually he finishes, he's 4 seconds just shy of Jesse P. GLX is just behind Jaggers as well. Georational on 1012, so that's 6 seconds behind. Let's find out. Dan Carpy is still in the lead, but it only takes one little mistake, just one little mistake, and Geordie would have taken him. Look how close they are, going down, going down, going down. You see that he's just, I'm sure he's just making up a fraction of a second and he goes through. Oh, he made a boo-boo! He made a boo-boo. Geordie made a boo-boo. On again. That has given Dan an extra second or two to go through. We can count it as soon as he goes through this infinity tunnel. The last one. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 4 second lead. Dan Carpy is now 4 seconds in the lead, but I reckon Geordie could make it back. I know that he can go tight to those apparatus as he goes round and make up split times. Plus, Dan Carpy could of course make a mistake as well. Okay, let's go and follow Jaggers. Let's see where Jaggers is. Jaggers is now coming through the infinity tunnels, and he is close with GLX. Let's find out where GLX is. GLX is... Oh, GLX made a boo-boo. GLX is... Oh, he made another boo-boo. He is going behind, so Jaggers is in front. Dan Carpy has finished even quicker again on 2 minutes 27, and Geordie on 2 minutes 36. GLX is now going up the big ladders. Let's see, where can we see Jaggers? Jaggers is now coming down. I think, was that GLX? You could just see GLX in the background just for a second. No, it wasn't GLX. It must have been somebody else. It must have been Buster, perhaps. No, Buster Hawk wasn't flying. So Jesse P. Let's find out where Jesse P. Jesse P's gone in close. Look at that. Jaggers on 302. Jesse P on 303. That is close. That is close. So what we are waiting for at the moment is GO Rational. Let's find out where GO Rational is. He's now going through the tunnels. Final tunnel, round through the pink chicane, through the pink cubes, and he's coming down the ladder. There's GLX on 3 minutes 22. So we are now just waiting for GO Rational as he is coming down, still nice and tight, coming down. He's getting there. Last one, and through, GO Rational on 3 minutes 48. That was a close run. Jesse P and Jaggers, less than a second between them, which was pretty exciting. Okay, let's finish
Pilots,
that one. Well done,
race
guys.
is now over.
Next, we've got Buster Hawk, Mr. Ben, Mouse, Nigel FPV, and Weary FPV. So we are going to invite. Oh, no, I'm not. I've got to do that first. I jumped too quickly. There we go. Okay, so we are now going to invite those in at the same time. There we go. Buster Hawk is in the red, Mr. Ben is in the green, Mouse is in the purple, We're FPV is in the white, Nigel is in, for some reason we must have, Kalito must have gone out because he wasn't in the pits when we created the heat, so we lost a pilot. That is a shame. But Nigel is in the yellow. Okay, if everybody is up and ready.
Nobody wanted to let Kalito fly anyway.
Okay, so everybody is in. We're going to start this particular
Pilots,
race.
10 seconds.
And we are off, and we are going to follow, in this instance, Mr. Ben off the start line. Let's find out how he starts. And he is off through tunnel. Oh, he got a bit mixed up going through that tunnel. Hopefully he can make that time up. Let's watch him go around it. Speeding up. He's doing good going through those different shaped gates. Here we go. We are going round. He's going to make it to the top. There we go. Okay, we're going to find also Buster Hawk going through the circles as well. Have we got any splits? Nope, we're still waiting. Here we go. He's going down the down Everest. He's coming down Everest after going up the Eiffel Tower. He's now coming down Everest, and we're going to get a split time. And the split time on that one is 57 seconds for Buster Hawk, which is really good going. And carry on as it's nice smooth camera going through Buster Hawk, going through the infinity tunnels. Let's check out what Mr. Ben is. Ben's going through the chicane. Have we got a time for Mr. Ben? Mr. Ben did it in 1:07. Okay, we are now following Mouse, who's she just missed that circle, but she would have finished her first lap, I believe, so we can find out through the blimp. Okay, so Mouse and We're FPV are very, very close, closely followed by Nigel FPV. So that is going to be reasonably a close game. We're going to follow Nigel FPV as he goes through the chicane, going through the different sizes, slightly staggered gates, through the Infinity Tunnel 1, then going through number 2, and number 3. Who else are we? Okay, we can watch 3 hours. It just goes through the top, through the green circles. Oh, we made a boo-boo, but again, it's worth going back. It's worth going back. You don't want to have those 15-second penalty. Going through, and he's now going through the third part of the course. Going round, and down Everest. He is down Everest. Keeping it quite tight actually going down there. Nigel is bumped his head coming out of there, but to be fair, I do that all the time. Oh, didn't quite get the angle right. That line going through past the candy cane. He is off. Okay, going to go back to Buster Hawk. Buster Hawk is now coming down to his last lap. I think this is him finishing as he comes down Everest. Really quick, coming through, and he's done it in 3:04. Mr. Ben is about to head down the ladder of Everest as well. He's just going through the circles in the sky. Here we go, here we go, here we go, and through. And he's going down Everest. Here he goes. Quite tight, nice speed. He is going to make it second, and there's someone who overtakes him, but I can't see anyone either side of him. And he's going to be finishing in 3 minutes 34. Okay, we have got Mouse on her final lap, I believe, going up the Eiffel Tower. Nice and smooth going through there, nice lines. Through the circles in the air, which are not put together, which is good. And she's going to start going descending Everest. There it is, nice and tight. Oh, made a boo-boo, but still nice and tight. Still smooth going down there. It's all to do with muscle memory. Through the gate. Oh, we're finished on 4. Oh, he must have missed some gates because he finished before Mouse. There you go. Mouse is in 3rd place with 4 minutes 24. We're FPV on 4 minutes 28. Okay, let's find out where Nigel is. He's now just started to descend Everest. Bit wide on those gates, but he is going cleanly through them. Coming down Everest. Everest is quite high, so it just takes some time to come down. Here we go, and through the start finish, job done. 5 minutes 17 seconds for Nigel. Okay, that was a good track. Okay, so what we're going to do now is finish.
Pilots,
Well done,
race
people.
is now over.
Okay, so with the next one we've got Jesse, who's going to be taking part, Nigel FPV, Dan Carpy, Mr. Ben, Jaggers, and We're FPV. So some of them, as you may have noticed, have just flown, but now they're going to fly again. It's just the way that the system mixes them up. That's only for this season. Starting in the winter season, it will be seeded based on the times that you do in the first 2 laps. Okay, so we are going to do that because I forgot what I was doing. Okay, let's invite in Jesse P, Nigel, Dan Carpy, Mr. Ben, Jaggers, and We're FPV. Here we go. Jesse's in the red, Nigel's in the green, Dan's in the purple, Ben's in the white, Jaggers is in the green, and We're is in the blue. Okay, so who is the ones to look out for? Well, I think it's going to be Jesse and Mr. Ben that are going to be quite close with Jaggers. They are going to be in the mix. We are going to start with Jaggers and see how he takes off, because we'll get
Pilots,
everybody else.
10 seconds.
But we haven't watched Jaggers yet. So let's get him in. Here we go. See how high that camera angle is, so we can actually get some speed out when he takes off. We started a little bit slow, but there he is. He's going for it. Nice and clean through the circles. Oh, we missed that first candy cane though. Through the candy canes, going through the different red, I don't know what to call them. Through the infinity tunnel, number 1, number 2, yeah, the red snake. Funny shaped snake, actually. Here we go. Jaggers going up. Can he make up some time? That is the question. Now, the assumption is that Ben Carpy is going to be first. Let's just quickly check. Dan Carpy is going to be first. There he is. I don't see anyone in front of him nor behind him, so I think it's pretty clear that he is first. I think he's going for it. He seems really clean going through those gates. Let's find out on the blimp what he did it in. 50 seconds, 0.11. That is Dan Carpy. Okay, so very close to that. We are expecting Jesse P. Let's find out. Ooh, I was right. Jesse P is just finished. He did it in 1 minute. Jaggers in 1 minute 01. Mr. Ben in 1 minute 02. They are all close together. That is going to be quite an exciting race to see who can get in and get the most points. We're going to go back with Dan Carpy. He is there, and we want to follow ideally, Jaggers. Let's see. Oh, look, Jaggers is followed. He's really close to Jesse P. You can just see Jesse P in front. That is Jesse P. He's in the red. Oh, I think he's overtaken him. I think Jaggers is just ahead now of Jesse P. I can't see Jesse P at the moment. Let's find out where he is. Oh, look, you can see Jaggers just ahead. Going down. Is he going to catch him? It all depends on how tight they are going down here. The tighter they are, the better it is. I think he's catching up, but again, lag might have a factor. Oh, Jesse P made a boo-boo. Jesse P made a boo-boo. That is going to make Jaggers that extra second a little bit more confident and a little bit more space. Not too much space though, just behind him. Okay, what we want to do is follow where Mr. Ben is. And Mr. Ben is... well, he's there, going through the Infinity Tunnel. So he is behind them, but he's not too far away from them. So we're going to go back to Jaggers just to see. He's in the middle, Ben's at the start. You can still see Jesse P, I think, just in front. Let's find out, yeah. Okay, I think Jesse P's just lapped. Easy lap. Nigel FPV. There he is. Jesse P coming down Everest. Dan Carpy, 228. I think his best was 227 last time, so a little bit slower. Jaggers comes in on 253. Jesse P is going to be third by the looks of it. In exactly three, followed by Mr. Ben, really close on 301. So Mr. Ben must have made up some time on going round there. Okay, let's find out. Nigel FPV is also coming through, but I think he has one more lap. Has he got one more lap? He has got one more lap. And we are following Rear FPV as he goes up the Eiffel Tower. Oh, okay, yeah, going up the Eiffel Tower. And he's reached the peak. He has peaked. He's on top of the world as he now goes through tunnel number 1 in the sky, tunnel number 2, and got caught up. Banged his head. I actually think it's this pilot who created this course. I think he designed it. Not 100%, but I think he did. And now here we go. He's coming down Everest. Okay, where is Nigel FPV? That is what everyone is asking. Is he close? No, he is going up the Eiffel Tower whilst Tim is coming down Everest. Here we go. Tim's on 4 minutes 48. 4 minutes 48. I wish I could had a photo memory because it'd be good to know what he did in the last event because I can't remember. Okay, we're going to follow Nigel FPV. I should write it down. That's what I should do. I should write it down. So Nigel is now currently coming down Everest. Coming up in the next heat, we do have Buster Hawk, GLX, Georational, Geordie, and Mouse. There we go, Nigel FPV, 4 minutes 51. Okay, well done, pilots. So yeah, the next one is going to be Buster Hawk, GLX, Georational, Geordie FPV, and Mouse. They are the next pilots up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look halfway through, but we're just going on where people are standing. But it won't make sense until they've done this particular heat. So let's invite the pilots in. So Buster Hawk will be red, GLX will be green, Georational will be purple, Geordie is going to be white, and Mouse is bright yellow. And everybody's in, and what we're going to do is we are going to watch Georational off the starting gate.
Pilots,
because we haven't
10
watched that.
seconds.
Okay, here we go. Watching Georational, let's see how he starts. Camera's not quite as high as you've noticed, you can actually see the gates. And straight through. straight through, nice and clean, through the chicane, through the red snake, very snaky, heading up to the infinity tunnel, not far behind green, who is GLX Galaxy. He is now going up the Eiffel Tower, keeping it nice and tight. Let's find out how everybody else is doing. So we are going to start with Buster Hawk. Buster Hawk is in the sky through the tunnels, going around the pink candy canes and heading towards and down Everest. GLX is also coming down Everest. Georational is heading towards Everest to come down it. Geordie FPV seems to be quite ahead. Let's find out on the blimp. So Geordie did it in 50 seconds, Buster Hawk did it in 57 seconds, and we are waiting for GLX, who did it in 1:05, and he can't be far. He can't be that far behind Buster Hawk, Geordie, Georational, but he is 15 seconds in front. Okay, so Geordie on 50:11 again. I do believe that was one of his times previously. Okay, we're going to follow with Mouse, who's just finished her first lap. See her going through the chicanes, heading towards the snake, through the snake, towards the infinity tunnels. We are going to go back to Buster Hawk. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little look at how Buster Hawk is doing from a distance. Okay, let's let the camera follow him. He has just finished. I think he's on his last lap. You can watch him going round through the snake, heading towards the infinity tunnels, back through and around. And I do believe that just ahead of him is Geordie FPV. Let's find out. Geordie FPV is now coming down Everest. Oh, look how tight that is. That is quick. Nice and tight. Going down there through the green, and he's done it. 2 minutes 30 seconds. Really good time. Really good time. Let's find out how far Buster Hawk. Buster Hawk is coming down as we speak. Everest. He is going to be finishing next, and then I do believe it is going to be GLX. Let's just find out where GLX is in the system. He's going through the tunnels, heading towards Everest. Here he is at the peak and starting his descent as he goes down quick. Nice and tight going down. Look at that. That's a nice rhythm. He's got a nice rhythm going down there. There he goes. And completes it in 3 minutes and 12. Okay, that is... So we're looking for Georational. Oh, Geo... Actually, that's not Georational. There we go. Georational is now going through the pink, heading towards the descent of Everest. He is going to be finishing next, I think. Let's just find out where Mouse is in the pack. Okay, Mouse is going up the Eiffel Tower. She's reached the peak and going through the green hoops in the sky towards the tunnels. Georational done it in exactly 4 minutes. We can see going down, round. Okay, Mouse needs to pick it up to try and get in before the 5 minutes. She's doing well, going down Everest. Down. Look at that, nice and smooth, nice rhythm. Down, down and down. Ooh, fell. And done. 4 minutes 29. That is awesome. Okay, let's finish this.
Pilots,
What we are going
race
to be
is
able
now
to do
over.
is find out currently where people are through this event. So we are going to go. Okay, so and that was where they are at the moment on that race just gone. You can see how the points are awarded. Let's find out where they are so far in the event. So there you go. They got Geordie on Buster Hawk both on 15, Jaggers on 13, Mr. Ben on 12, Jesse P on 11, GLX and Mouse both on 10, and Nigel with 7, Geo Rational on 8, Rear FPV on 9, and of course in the lead, but only by 1 point, is Dan Carpy. Okay, so we're halfway through. We're going to carry on now. The next one is another going to be a really close race. You've got Geordie FPV, Weir FPV, Dan Carpy, Mr. Ben, Jaggers, and Jesse P. So let's kick this baby off and invite the pilots in. There we go. It is going to be close. We are looking at the purple, the red. We're also looking at the white and the yellow. And we're looking at all of them, because they are all doing really, really well. Let's bring the screen back. You can see them there currently just practicing their takeoffs. Okay, let's get this baby started. Okay, I made a boo-boo. Let's try again. Okay, let's start it.
Pilots, 10
we will
seconds.
follow this time. We're going to go with Weir FPV. There we go. How's he starting? Oh, everyone else starts off. A bit of a slow start, but there he is. He's through. Through the second tunnel, through the third tunnel, down through the chicane, and everybody else is ahead. Let's find out where Geordie is. Geordie is going through the infinity tunnels. He is chasing Jaggers, I think. Dan is purple. I can't see where Dan is. Let's find out where Dan... Oh, Dan's going through the green, heading towards the tunnels in the sky. Geordie's quite a way behind, but there is someone who isn't that far away, and I do believe that is Geordie. Geordie is right behind Dan, and we will be able to see it in the split any second now, because they are about to go through. Let's see, there we go, 48 and 49. So that is just under a second behind Dan Carpy. They are shifting. Dan Carpy, here we go, let's find out how close. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds behind at the moment. Going up the Eiffel Tower. Okay, let's find out where Jaggers is at the moment. He is also going through, and he is chasing. Who is he chasing? I think he might be chasing Mr. Ben. Is he chasing Mr. Ben? I do not know. No, he isn't. It must be Jesse P is going up. Jaggers is going up. Oh, you can see how close they are just then. You could just see, oh, he made a boo-boo. That has made Jesse P go ahead. They are literally neck and neck. Jesse P is just coming down Everest, as is Jaggers. But Jaggers made a bit of a mistake. That might have given Jesse P a bit of an edge. Let's see, he's going to go through the green now and then through the red. Let's go to Jaggers. He's about to go through the green and then through the red. And Mr. Ben is just gone through the red. The three of them are pretty close to each other. It's only going to take a few mistakes by one of them, and they are going to overtake. That is quick. Dan Carpy, I think, is on his final lap. He's going down Everest at the moment. But the question is, where is Geordie? Everybody, Geordie is also right on his tail. Right on his tail. Right on his tail. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Oh, Dan Carpy on 2:26, his fastest yet. And Geordie on his fastest on 2:27. That was intense. Oh, Jaggers is making a few boo-boos as he's going through there. Does that mean that Mr. Ben is overtaken? I think Mr. Ben has overtaken Jaggers. Where is Jesse P in all this? Jesse P is descending. He is really, really close with, I think it's Mr. Ben. Who's going to finish first? It is Mr. Ben, closely followed by Jesse P. Jaggers is next on exactly 3 minutes. That was a really close race. Okay, he is now on his final lap. And it's Weir FPV as he goes through the chicane, through the red snake. Oh, made a little boo-boo. He is coming up through the snake towards the infinity tunnel. Through one, back the other, through one. There we go, round the candy cane. Oh, he's got to go back and go around there. It's worth going around it. You know what the penalty is? It is 15 seconds. He's going up the Eiffel Tower. He's going to reach the peak, and he's going to see green circles as he reaches the peak due to lack of oxygen. That's how high he's going. Here we go. He's going to start seeing green. There we go. He's seeing green as he heads towards the tunnel. Oh, bumped his head. He's going through. He's going through the tunnel. Turn around. That's it. This is what I'm like. I make a really big distance because again with my camera it is not wide angled, so I didn't always see. He's at the peak and he's decided to descend. He's coming down Everest as he is finishing his final lap. Down he goes. Down he goes. We are going to see. There he is. As he goes down. Final through the green, and done. 4 minutes 35. Look how close that is between Dan Carpy and Geordie. It's only going to take just one little mistake from Dan Carpy and Geordie would have be ahead. Okay, so we are now going to finish.
Pilots.
Next we've got
Race
Nigel
is now
FPV, Galaxy FPV, Buster Hawk, Georational and Mouse. They are the next ones up, and that is going to start in the next 30 seconds. That is Nigel FPV, Galaxy, Buster Hawk, Georational and Mouse. Okay, what we're going to do is invite those in. Okay, this is the end of the penultimate round. It has been quite exciting in tonight's episode. I am looking forward to seeing how the how it stands at the moment. So we are following GL. Oh, he's made a few boo-boos going up that ladder. Okay, let's change. Buster Hawk. Buster Hawk hasn't taken off yet. I'm not sure what is going on with Buster Hawk, but we really need him to move. I'm not quite sure what happened in that instance. I'm not quite sure that round went according to plan. I'm a bit confused by it. There's Nigel. Buster Hawk still hasn't moved. Georational. Has anyone done a lap? No, we're still waiting for someone to come through. It is probably going to be Buster Hawk, but Buster Hawk hasn't moved, which means it's probably going to be GLX. GLX is now descending Everest. As we see him descending Everest. And through and through. Okay, the blimp is giving us nothing because I don't really understand what happened. Okay, so I'm going to abort this and then do it again because no one's actually being caught on the system. So I've got to start it again. So we're going to start that again, and hopefully this time, I'm not quite sure what happened that particular time, but let's just start it again.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay, so this is now better. Okay. Not quite everybody was in. Did I start it too quickly? Yeah. Is everybody else is in. Mouse is not in, but they are off. Okay, but what we want to know is if they're going to actually be triggered, and someone has done it in 1 minute 45. I literally have no idea how this is timing, but if we think it's going to be GLX who is first, unless no, Buster Hawk has left, and he is moving, he's going to be number 1. Let's find out if it triggers. Well, actually he's being chased. He is being chased, and I believe he's being chased by Galaxy. I can't seem to find. Oh, there he is. There's Galaxy. Oh, he is being chased. Let's just check. Yes, he is. Okay, Pilot 3, who is nobody. Okay, I don't really understand how that happened, but something glitched along the way. But this is GLX. Where are we at the moment? There we go. Georational comes in at 116. And we are just waiting for nobody. Because pilot number 5 didn't make it in. I'm not quite sure if that's because I started it too quickly, which I might have done. I should have checked. Yeah, I should have checked. Okay, there we go. Nigel is now on his, I think it's his last lap. I'm not quite, no, I think he's on his second lap. Let's find out where Buster Hawk is and GLX. So Buster Hawk has finished his, and GLX is just not that far. Oh, he's made a little bit of a boo-boo there. He is trying to catch up though. Oh. Okay, he's going to carry on. He can make that time up. Galaxy is pretty good at making time up. Whereas Buster Hawk at the moment, he's going up the Eiffel Tower. Georational is coming down Oh, he didn't quite get that one. Going down at Everest. Here we go, and done. Okay, let's see where we are on the blimp. Okay, so everybody has finished.
There was an anomalous one.
Well, for some reason you did it in 1:45, but I don't understand any of that. So Buster Hawk has done it at the moment in 2:48. He has completed. Galaxy can't be that far behind. Let's find out if we can find him quickly. Here he is. He's coming down Everest now. Coming down, past halfway, descending to the bottom, through the green, and done on 3:08. That is Galaxy. Let's find out where Georational is. Georational is going through the circle, the tunnels in the sky, and he's going to be seeing pink. And then he's going to start descending down Everest, and down he goes. We can see him there. See how it's tight, a little bit wide, but he's still smooth. It's a smooth way down, smooth way, smooth, and through the green and done. Georational 3:44. So we are waiting for Nigel FPV. He is now currently going up the Eiffel Tower. We can actually see him going up. There we go, going up the Eiffel Tower, a bit wide. He's going to start seeing green and some green circles, and he's going to be heading to the tunnels in the sky. There we go, through the first tunnel, bumped his head just a little bit, didn't quite shoot it right. There we go, going round, nice and, yeah, that's good, nice and wide for that one. You do need to be wide. Gonna start seeing pink, heading towards the descending of Everest, and here he is coming down Everest. Oh, bumped his head just a little bit. See how wide he's going down. That's only because he can't see it with his camera, because his camera must be the point of view is quite narrow. But he's going to be finishing as he comes down, exiting the green of Everest, and done. 5 minutes 36. I'm not quite sure how that was done. I'm assuming that he may have missed a gate or a tunnel didn't pick him up. Okay, so we are going to finish.
Pilots, race is now over.
That one. And we are going to get the scores on that one. Okay, so then we are just waiting. Okay, so we are now on the final round. Heat 1, we've got Rear, FPV, Jesse P, Mr. Ben, GLX, Jaggers and Geordie. In Heat 2, we have got Geo Rational, Dan Carpy, Mouse, Nigel FPV, and Buster Hawk. So they are all coming up next. Let's find out where we are on the event. Dan Carpy on 24 points, Buster Hawk on 23, Geordie just behind on 22, Mr. Ben on 18, 17 is GLX and Jaggers, and we can also see how that looks on the points that will be added to their total. So as you can see there, Mr. Dan Carpy is on 11, Buster Hawk on 10, and Geordie FPV 9. You can see it all the way going down. So that is currently how it is looking. We're going to invite the pilots in for round 4, heat 1, ladies and gentlemen. So let's invite them in, and then we will be able to see. Here we go. Yeah, that's fine, and we're going to start it. So let's start. No.
Pilots,
Here we go.
10 seconds.
We are off. Okay, who are we going to take off with today? We're going to take off Geordie, and off he goes. Straight through. Overtaking whoever it was that was green, that I can't remember, but I think it was Jesse P. Going through the snake, through the infinity tunnel. Okay, let's find out. Yeah, Jesse P. Also, you can see Geordie there, look, just he's flying, going up. Jesse is not that far behind though. And there is somebody, I think, who is also on Jesse's tail, and I'm not sure if it is Mr. Ben or GLX, but we can find out. There is GLX, and there is, oh, it's Jaggers. And where's Mr. Ben? Mr. Ben as well. This is going to be quite interesting. Oh, we made a bit of a boo-boo. But it's going to be interesting when they go through the splits to find out where everybody actually is. Okay, we're going to go back. Okay, so Geordie has already done it. Let's just double check. He did it in 52 seconds. We are anticipating next is going to be all GLX, but only... No, it's not. It is GLX on 101, Jaggers on 102, Mr. Ben on 106, and Jesse P on 1 minute 15. He must have missed a gate. He got a 15-second penalty. That is why he's moved all the way there, and they were so close together. Let's go back in with Mr. Ben as he goes through the infinity tunnel and heading up the Eiffel Tower. As you can see, there's a group going up. Jesse P is also, he's just peaked. Mr. Ben, no, he's not quite there just yet, so in that case it must be Jaggers. Jaggers is through the tunnels in the sky. He's going to see pink as he starts to descend down Everest. Somebody is just in front. It's green. It's going to be Jesse P as he goes down. So Jaggers is chasing Jesse P from the US of A. And Jesse has just gone in. Let's find out where Galaxy is. Galaxy is also not far behind. Mr. Ben, good lord, it's kind of difficult to keep up with them all. Jaggers, okay, we're going to find out. Jaggers has just started to go through the infinity tunnels. GLX is quite a bit behind at the moment. Mr. Ben, infinity tunnels, he's just finished. Jesse P is going up the Eiffel Tower. We've got, we're going down Everest, as you can see. Jaggers is now going through the tunnels in the sky. Tunnels in the sky. And we've got Jesse P not far behind. Something must have happened because Jesse was ahead of Jaggers, but now Jaggers is ahead of Jesse. This is going to be quite interesting. Oh, look at that! Jesse P just overtook. Jesse P just overtook Jaggers. Oh, but oh, look at that! Look at that! Jesse P must have missed a gate again. Jesse P missed a gate. That's the only reason why. Mr. Ben comes in on 3:05. Geordie is finished. Let's see. GLX is still coming down. But is it going to be less than the 15-second difference for him to get into 5th? No, he does get into 5th place. So we are now just going to be following We're FPV as he goes up the Eiffel Tower. There we go. There we go. Oh, bumped his head. Bumped his head trying to go through that. But again, it's worth going back. It's worth going back. Going through the tunnels in the sky. The tunnels in the sky. Here we go. Through the pink. Round. Through the pink. Heading towards the descent of Everest. He is starting his descent. Coming down. How close is he coming down? That is the question. We can watch him. Nice and smooth. Nice smooth. Close to that one, but then went a little bit wide. Going down. Oh, and round. And he is done. 4 minutes 35 seconds. Well done, pilots. That was good. And we've got to try and remember, Geordie, 2 minutes 34 on that one. It's going to make a difference on how Buster Hawk has to do on the next one to see if he can try and get a little bit quicker.
Race is now over.
The race is now over. They now all go back into the pits. And I'm going to take a second this time rather than, you know, pushing the buttons too quickly. Okay, here we go. This is the final one before for the rounds, before we do the final top. I think it's going to be the top. In fact, I think it is going to be the top 8, but I will double check momentarily. Okay, so we've got Georational, Dan Carpy, Mouse, Nigel FPV, and Buster Hawk, who is going to be in the final race. And we are all in. Let's find out and make sure that everybody can get in this time. And it looks like everybody is in. We have Georational in the red, Dan Carpy in the green, Mouse is in the purple, Nigel FPV is in the white, and Buster Hawk is in the yellow. This is going to be an interesting race. Buster Hawk needs to beat 2 minutes 34. Let's find out if he can do it. And we are going to start.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. We are going to start off with Mouse. Let's see how her start goes on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, she just bumped her head, but it was a brilliant start. A brilliant start. Really smooth going around the candy cane through the red snake. Really nice and smooth. Oh, there's someone who's incredibly close, and that is Georational. Georational's just ahead. I'm going to have to come off, otherwise I'll just put her off because she's right next to me, and then she'll hit me and beat me up. I'm just kidding, she doesn't really beat me up. Georational is now reaching the peak. The peak. Okay, what we want to find out though is where is Buster Hawk and how is he doing. Buster Hawk is currently descending Everest. Descending Everest. Down he goes, nice and tight, nice and tight. We'll be able to find out through the blimp what the split times are, and it is Dan Carpy on 52, Buster Hawk on 57, which is really good. Really, really good. He is going for it. Only 5 seconds behind Dan Carpy we are with right now, going up the Eiffel Tower. Nice and tight. Through the green. Now he's going to go through towards the tunnels in the sky. The tunnels in the sky. Here we go. Nigel FPV is descending the Everest. Descending Everest is Nigel. And Buster Hawk, who is also about to start descending. Although I think he is a lap ahead, but I'm not 100% sure. He's nearly lapping Nigel, but not quite there, I don't think. He is nice going down there. That is smooth. Really smooth from Buster Hawk. Really smooth. Okay, Dan Carpy is probably going up for his final lap. He's on his final lap right now. Okay, we can find out how Buster Hawk is doing. He's on his second lap and he's on 2 minutes 53. Dan Carpy on 1 minute 40. So Georational and Mouse and Nigel are still just about to finish their first lap, I think.
I've already finished my first lap, so it's Georational, I think.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Mouse is now going through the pink. chicane heading towards Everest, and she is going to be descending Everest, the youngest person, a girl 11 years old, descending Everest. Never been seen before, but you're seeing it here live on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube. There we are, straight through. Okay, Buster Hawk has done it in 2 minutes 51 with Dan Carpy on 2 minutes 59. I do believe that might mean Geordie might be ahead, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see. Okay, we are going to follow Dan Carpy. In fact, he's finished. There's no point following him. Follow Nigel FPV as he descends. He is now going through the green, then through the red, and he is now on his final lap as he goes through the tunnels on the ground. Buster Hawk also complete. Georational, he's about to finish. He's now descending. He is descending Everest, and he has descended. And Georational on 3 minutes 46. It is going to be a race between Nigel FPV and Mouse. Where are they? Mouse is currently descending. Mouse is descending Everest for the final time. I think I just put her off by saying her name again. I'm naughty. Nigel is just going up. He's now going through the green towards the tunnels in the sky. The tunnels in the sky. Mouse has done it in 4 minutes 20. Brilliant, really good, because Mouse has been in an awful lot of pain because her teeth are coming through. Adult teeth, obviously. So she did this with a very bad mouth. Good time. Here we go. Nigel FPV is descending. He is descending. And we will be able to find out any moment where he is. Whee! Nigel finishes in 4 minutes 57. Just under the 5 minutes. Absolutely right. Okay. We are now going to find out who is going to be in the final race. Okay.
Pilots, race is now over.
We are going to find out who is in the final race. Let's take a look at the leaderboards as it stands, and there we go. Oh, look at that. Buster Hawk 30, Geordie 30, Jaggers 24, Mr. Ben 24, Jesse 21, Jelex 21, Georational 20, Nigel FPV 16, Mouse and we're FPV on 15. How does that stand at the moment? How points are going to be allocated? And as you can see, Geordie has gone into second place with a full 10 points, so Buster Hawk is down to 9. So it's going to be a case of who is going to get the extra 2 points from this final race, and it's going to be the top 6. It is going to be the top 6, I believe, that is going to go through.
Put everything down.
But I'm going to just double check, and while I do that, it is going to be a good exercise that we are just going to, while you're just looking at that, I just want to quickly jump into the lounge.
37 people because Jordy and Buster Hawk have the same points.
Hello.
Hello.
You are live on Facebook.
We're live.
You're live on Facebook.
That's very dangerous.
And on
Very dangerous.
Twitch.
That is a very dangerous game.
Very dangerous. It's
All right,
like
guys,
Russian roulette.
How is everybody doing? How did everyone find the track?
Loved it.
We loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hated it. Worst track ever.
You're hearing from Carlos, who for some reason didn't have his equipment working.
I was so fast, and the track just no.
Right, because you were too quick.
Bye.
Okay, so from my workings out, but I just wanted to double check. It is the top 6 that are going through.
Yeah, I'm definitely in. I think.
Top 6.
I believe it is. I'm just double checking, but I do believe
Why not
it is
A?
the top 6 because we have 11.
Not the pilot.
Because we have 11 pilots.
I see my name missing there.
I can pencil it in, but
Good.
I'm not
You would have 0.
I would have been faster than Jesse for sure, 100%. Because he was like,
no, actually, it's not the top 6. I am so sorry. It is the top 5.
oh,
Jesse, you are
Stab right
just
in the eye.
out. It is the top 5
All right.
that
I'm good.
actually go through.
I'm good with that. I got beat fair and square.
Yeah, you just kick the boss man between the legs.
kick the owner of Tiny Wolf,
That hurts.
the maker of the game.
That hurts.
Get out of
But
here.
I earned it. Yeah.
You're not
Later,
getting
guys.
out.
He just stamped my feet.
It was really close though between Jesse P and Jaggers
close.
on several
If
occasions.
only.
And Mr. Ben.
GLX, yeah, Mr. Ben, GLX. I mean, you were all pretty much on par. It was really exciting racing. I gotta be honest.
It's exciting watching me catch up, Andy.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
I just say
absolutely,
it is not
absolutely.
GLX, it's Galaxy.
I know it's Galaxy. I can't get my brain around anything. I've always called him GLX. Sometimes I call him Galaxy, but sometimes I don't.
How about GLXy?
Yeah, possibly. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just going to start this one. I am just going to jump out. Good luck to the top 5, which is going to be Dan Carpy,
It says there are
Jordy,
8 people in there, by the way.
Hawk, and Jaggers and Mr. Ben. Good luck to you guys. Remember, you're fighting for
thank you.
the extra
Thank
2
you.
points.
Thank you.
Showing 8 in the final.
It doesn't matter.
You are.
I'm joining now.
You're racing for the extra 2 points, and
Yep.
it's always a play for Jordy.
Being Dan's points.
You've got the power.
Oh,
mate.
Jesse P's in it.
I'll try my best.
Oh,
There's 8
yeah,
spots.
8
people.
Yeah,
Jesse,
I
kick
know.
Jesse. Get him out.
Yeah,
Get
it's,
him out of
Get-
here.
Yeah, just run it with
Get
the
the
8,
owner of
because
the
it's,
game
it's not going to change. The top
Yeah,
4
I
are still
prefer
going to
the
be.
8, to be honest.
Yeah, just play it with
Just
the
for
8.
fun.
Fly with
That way,
As it is for fun this round.
well,
I mean, maybe I think I'm gonna be the camera for the Discord stream because I'm live. I can
Yes.
just follow first and do some camera action.
Camera action.
camera. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we are going to. Everybody should be in. We are going to go.
And you have to leave your headphones in this time.
And and Jordy.
Oh yes, your headphones.
Come on.
We are going just to jump out for a second because when they fight. So here we go. Look, we've got this is for two extra points on top of the lead. So it's an important race. It's everyone to race. It's going to be fast. It's going to be vicious. It's 1 round, 3 laps. Good luck to all the pilots. We are.
Pilots,
I know.
10
I made
seconds.
a slight boo-boo, but just a slight one. Okay, so we are going to go with Geordie. Geordie is off. He is just behind. You could just see him now. Look, you could just see him. Just behind Dan Carpy. What makes the difference of Dan Carpy going a little bit quicker? And I think it's to do with the angle of the camera, which gives him that slight edge. We can actually jump to Dan Carpy right now. Here we go. Look, Dan Carpy is now going through the tunnels in the sky, but just behind him you can see Geordie. Just behind him. Let's see where Jaggers is, because we want to see if Jaggers is just going through the circle, the tunnels in the sky. Okay, so it is going to be dependent on can Geordie just get ahead of Dan. Is he ahead of Dan? Right, no, he's not. Dan is just ahead. Dan is just ahead. Here we go. We can see Dan now. He's about to hit the infinity tunnels, and Geordie is just behind, hitting the infinity tunnels. Okay, what we know is, where is Buster Hawk in all of this excitement? Buster Hawk is also just going through the Infinity Tunnels as well. He is not far behind. You should be able to see... No, you can't see anything. Can't see anything. He's currently going up the Eiffel Tower. Hopefully we might be able to see... Oh, you can just see in the right-hand side of the screen. In fact, we're going to cut. Let's cut. Let's go. There we go. You can see how close... Oh no, that's Mr. Ben. There we go, Dan Carpy. Let's find out what the splits are like. Ooh, he's only a few seconds behind. Look, Dan Carpy on the second lap, Geordie on the second lap. Not far behind at all. I want to check. We're going with Geordie. And what I want to do is follow him. There we go. He is now going up the Eiffel Tower. You can just see Dan Carpy just going around now. He is flying. Going through the yeah, he is flying the drone, that is true. Going through the tunnels in the sky, heading round. Here we go, watching him going through the pink towards Everest. Let's watch him going down. Nice and smooth from Geordie. And Dan Carpy has done it in 2 minutes 24. I do believe that is his fastest time. Yes. 2 minutes 31 for Geordie. And what we also want to find out is Buster Hawk. Buster Hawk is close. Is GLX also in the mix? No, GLX is not in the mix at the moment. We've got Buster Hawk coming in on 3:48. Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben is currently coming down. Watch him fall in. Jaggers comes in on 2:49, closely followed by Mr. Ben on 3 minutes 03. The 2 points then gets added to Dan Carpy's existing score. Congratulations to Dan Carpy. We are currently waiting for Georational. You can see Georational going through the tunnels in the sky. The tunnels in the sky. He is heading towards Everest's peak. And he's descending. He is currently descending Everest. Getting warmer with every gate he goes through as he descends through to the green grass gate right at the bottom. Here we go. We're watching, and he is through Georational. So what you might be finding there is, where's Jesse P? Where is Jesse P? Well, Jesse P is doing some neat camera work for the guys in the Discord. You might, I thought he was just about to start his, oh, here we go, he's going to finish the race. Here we go, last lap. Come on, Jesse, you can do it. Oh, he has missed. He missed. He got it. He did it in 37 minutes and 21 seconds. But of course, remember, you get 15-second penalty. So what we can do now is we can go back. This is the score. Oh, actually, no, we can't. I was speaking far too early. What we can do is we can go back. Yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't done that, have I? Oh, so good to have a mouse here. There we go. Okay, so there we go. There are the 8 points. You can see the time differences in seconds as you go around. There, the extra points for the league has been added. So Dan Carpy, and then we can look at the total. And there we go. Dan Carpy is on 119. Geordie is in second place. And Buster Hawk manages to make a gap between GLX, who's on 72, and Buster Hawk on 75. That was really good racing, guys. This is the penultimate one. We've got one more for this league before this league is finished, and that is going to be next week. We're going to keep it to a Friday because that is what we've been doing so far, and I think that's turned out quite regular. So we're going to keep to that. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it and my awesome commentary. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to get involved, check out tinywhoop.uk and look for clubs that is in your area. There's a map on there which will show you. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I am just that awesome today. I am going to visit there right now and show you. So this is the website, tinywhip.uk. You can look on clubs, and there is a map of all the clubs. If you want to take part, if you like what you see, find a club near you and get in touch. That is going to be the way forward. It's really easy to do. The sim is free, so yeah, and it doesn't matter how old you are. Mouse is only 11 and she's the girl. She's the only girl pilot in this league, so if you're a girl and you want to try it, then come and try it. It's absolutely fine. Age doesn't matter. And all you need is basically a controller that looks similar to that. This one drives obviously this one, but because I've got USB, I can just plug it in and fly the sim with it, so you get used to the controller that you're flying. But it's all there. We're all here for you if you are up for giving it a go. That's it from us. Thank you very much again for watching. We'll see you next week for our final in this league. And of course, check us out on Facebook at TinyWhip UK. Until then, take it easy and stay safe.